Chapter 8. When our father Adam saw that his end was near, he called his son Seth, who came to him in the cave of treasures, and he said to him, Seth, my son, bring me your children and your children's children, so that I may shed my blessing on them before I die. When Seth heard these words from his father Adam, he went from him, shed a flood of tears over his face, and gathered together his children and his children's children, and brought them to his father Adam. But when our father Adam saw them around him, he wept at having to be separated from them. And when they saw him weeping, they all wept together, and kissed his face, saying, How shall you be separated from us, Father? And how shall the earth receive you, and hide you from our eyes? Thus they lamented with words like these. Then our father Adam blessed them all, and said to Seth, after he had blessed them, Seth, my son, you know this world, and that it is full of sorrow and of weariness, and you know all that has come upon us from our trials in it. So I command you in these words, I want you to keep being innocent, to be pure and just, and trusting in God, and do not believe the words of Satan, nor the apparitions in which he will show himself to you, but keep the commandments that I give you this day. Then give the same to your son Enos, and let Enos give it to his son Canon, and Canon to his son Mahalalel, so that this commandment abide firm among all your children. Seth, my son, the moment I am dead, take you my body, and wrap it up with myrrh, aloes, and cassia, and leave me here in this cave of treasures in which all the tokens which God gave us from the garden. My son, after a while, a flood will come and overwhelm all creatures, and leave only 8 souls out of it. But, my son, let those whom it will leave from among your children at that time take my body with them out of this cave, and when they have taken it with them, let the oldest among them command his children to lay my body in a ship until the flood recedes, and they come out of the ship. Then they shall take my body and lay it in the middle of the earth shortly after they have been saved from the waters of the flood. The place where my body shall be laid is the middle of the earth, and God shall come from that place and shall save all our kindred. But now, Seth, my son, place yourself at the head of your people, tend to them, and watch over them in the fear of God. Lead them in the good way. Command them to fast to God, and make them understand they should not to listen to Satan, or he will destroy them. I tell you again, separate your children and your children's children from Cain's children. Do not let them ever mix with them, nor come near them, either to talk or to work. Then Adam let his blessing descend upon Seth, and upon his children, and upon all his children's children. He then turned to his son Seth, and to Eve his wife, and said to them, Preserve this gold, this incense, and this myrrh, that God has given us for a sign, because in days that are coming, a flood will overwhelm the whole creation. But those who shall go into the ark shall take with them the gold, the incense, and the myrrh, together with my body, and will lay the gold, the incense, and the myrrh with my body in the middle of the earth. Then, after a long time, the city in which the gold, the incense, and the myrrh are found with my body shall be plundered. But when it is spoiled, the gold, the incense, and the myrrh shall be taken care of with the spoil that is kept, and none of them shall perish, until the made man from the word of God shall come, and kings shall take them, and shall offer to him, gold in token of his being king, incense in token of his being God of heaven and earth, and myrrh in token of his passion, gold also as a token of his overcoming Satan and all our foes, incense as a token that he will rise from the dead and be exalted above things in heaven and things in the earth, and myrrh in token that he will drink bitter gall and feel the pains of hell from Satan. And now, Seth, my son, I have revealed to you hidden mysteries, which God had revealed to me. Keep my commandment for yourself and for your people,